Have you heard the latest news about Nnamdi Kanu? I opened my phone this afternoon after coming back from work, and the news that jammed my eye was that Nnamdi Kanu has been elected as president in the Sokoto prison, where he is serving his life imprisonment. Well, that is quite interesting. As the news goes, the prisoners chose him as their president. Immediately he entered into the prison, they rushed around him, they rallied around him, and they pronounced him their president, declaring that he is a man who always spoke the truth. As usual, after reading the news, I went straight to the comment section, and as you would expect, Nigerians have their funny comments to make. Some were saying, "Hey, congratulations, that is where you belong. Congratulations." Some were saying, "Finally, you have been put where you belong. Stay there. Stay there." Well, if you want to ridicule him, please pause. Let me remind you of something. Do you remember that Joseph once served as a prisoner before he became president of Egypt? Do you also remember that Daniel was once thrown into the lion's den and then came out from the lion's den and became great in Babylon? Do you also remember that Nelson Mandela was in prison? He was thrown into prison for 27 years and came out and became president of South Africa. In the first place, Nnamdi Kanu becoming a president in Sokoto prison tells you that really he has leadership potentials in him. It also tells him that there is still hope in him, even in prison. If prisoners could recognize his potential as a leader, I will not fail to recognize it. And if you have not recognized it, wake up. He must be a natural leader. You don't need to pity him. It is just history repeating itself. Nnamdi Kanu is paying the price for heroism. He is paying the price for greatness. And this is the price that everybody that has ever wanted to be a savior paid. Everybody that dared to nurse the dream of being a savior, of saving the people, they always get misunderstood. History has a lot of them. A lot of them. Number one, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, he was crucified. Paul the Apostle, he was killed. Nelson Mandela, which I just mentioned a few minutes ago, he spent 27 years in prison as a result of appetite and still came out and became president. Ken Saro-Wiwa, he was hanged in 1995 for protesting against the government for oil exploration that was going on in Delta State, in the Niger Delta. Mahatma Gandhi, he went to prison multiple times and finally he was assassinated. Martin Luther King Jr., he was assassinated for advocating for racial equality. What about Steve Biko? What about Tobet Subukwe? What about Sam Fisher? What about Linda Becky? A lot of them. I can keep mentioning names of different kind of people. Patrick Lumumba, who was assassinated in 1961 because of a political ambition. What of Joan of Arc, who was assassinated as a heretic in 1431 in Europe? Many more people. Some were jailed, some were assassinated, some were burnt alive, some were stoned to death. Some, after being jailed, they served their jail term, came out, and still became great in their lifetime. So whatever happens to Nnamdi Kanu in prison, history will remember him as a man who fought injustice and got imprisoned for it. That is the point I want to make.